Today will just be a quick update to show where I'm at with making this anvil for my blacksmith shop from scratch. So here's a quick photo of the finished product. Now, as I went through this process, I did have to cut into the rock. I did decide to use a drill rather than to try any other methods, as it is quite a hard piece of stone. So also, for the same reason, I shaped the hardy to fit the hole, as I was noticing that trying to attempt with a chisel was more trouble than it was worth. I basically fitted this by grinding down the high spots after I'd belted the hardy as far down as I could into the rock to identify where my high spots were. Now I also installed a wedge. Now this enables me to still use my main anvil if I so desire to use this tool there in the future. So in line for the theme of this series, to start blacksmithing with just a hammer alone and build up my tools from there, I've gone ahead and showed a couple of examples of some good alternatives to anvils. Firstly, just the block splitter head and also a small piece of rail track anvil. This footage just shows me forging some basic tongs using this set down method which I'm currently practicing. I find it good to practice on some smaller stock. Not only is it quick, especially in my small forge, but it allows me to waste less material when I inevitably stuff up. And here I'm just showing how this wedge inserts between the anvil and the rock face. So hopefully this just distributes the force across the face a little bit better and limits any chance of any breakout. As I'd hoped, the block mounted in the stone was a lot more solid than the other items I was using, so much so I was quite happy to use a heavier hammer. So just as a final test, I decided to just have a go at putting taper on some 1/2 inch stock. And again, in this situation, it's noticeable that I'm working on a very small block, but still impressive as to how solid it was staying. I do think at this stage that mass of the stone is really helping to take the force of those blows. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. We'll leave it there for today. One thing I wanted to address, which I forgot to do in the video, was just the fact that I was using a gas forge for this one. Main reason being, at the moment we've got some fire bands in place, and those will be lifted in a couple of months. So in the meantime, we'll start building a backyard forge, and we'll just do a quick whiz around on the gas forge I'm currently using as well. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, drop us a like, subscribe, and check out some of the other vids. Cheers.